5 signs God is about to bless you with a great relationship. Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully, beloved child of the Most High, for the winds of heaven are moving in your life right now, and they are carrying something beautiful toward you. This is not a season of ordinary change, it is a season of divine alignment. The prayers you whispered in the stillness of your room, the tears you cried into your pillow when no one saw, the questions you shouted into the night asking God, 'When will it be my turn?' All of these have been heard in the courts of heaven. And now, the answer is on its way. The Lord has watched you endure seasons where you gave your heart to those who did not value it, where you loved deeply only to be misunderstood, where you remained faithful only to be abandoned. But this time will be different. This time, God Himself is orchestrating the meeting, the timing, and the connection. This time, the love will not be built on the shallow foundations of human desire but on the unshakable rock of His will. I come to reveal to you 5 signs that God is about to bless you with a great relationship. These signs are not random, they are divine fingerprints on the pages of your life, markers that heaven is preparing your heart and your path for the one He has chosen for you. Pay attention, for these signs will unfold like pieces of a puzzle that fit perfectly together. Sign 1. Your heart is being healed in ways you didn't expect. Child, the first sign is the quiet work God is doing inside you right now. You may notice that the pain from your past no longer has the same grip on you. Where once you could barely speak of certain experiences without your voice trembling, now you can talk about them with peace. God has been replacing your bitterness with compassion, your fear with courage, your sadness with joy. This inner healing is no accident, it is heaven's preparation. Before the right person can step into your life, your heart must be free from the chains of yesterday. The Lord knows that a wounded heart, if not healed, will sabotage the blessings He sends. That is why He has been taking you through this season of reflection and restoration. You may even notice that you have less desire to chase after relationships that aren't meant for you. That's because your spirit is aligning with His will, and your heart is learning to wait for what's truly from Him. Sign 2. Old relationships are closing without your effort. The second sign, beloved, is the closing of doors you didn't even touch. People from your past may have drifted away without conflict, old flames may stop reaching out, and connections that once held your attention may suddenly feel empty. This is not rejection, it is divine redirection. God is removing distractions, so you have space to see the one He is sending. Understand this, every person who leaves your life in this season is making room for someone who will stay. The pruning may feel strange, but heaven does not prune without purpose. Do not chase after those who walk away now, for their exit is part of God's design to lead you toward the love that will honor Him. Sign 3. Your spirit is becoming sensitive to God's timing. Child, there is a stirring in your spirit, you can feel it. You may find yourself praying more about your future, asking God to lead you rather than trying to force outcomes. You may notice your patience growing, your faith deepening, and your understanding of love becoming more aligned with God's Word. This is the Holy Spirit preparing you to recognize the one God has chosen. For when they arrive, it will not just be attraction, it will be confirmation. Your spirit will testify that this is a connection heaven has approved. You will know because the peace of God will flood your heart, and the relationship will draw you closer to Him, not farther away. Sign 4. You are stepping into a season of growth and purpose before God sends the right person. He often sets you firmly on the path of your own calling. In this season, you may notice doors opening for your career, ministry, or personal goals. Your life may suddenly gain momentum in ways you've been praying for. This is not just about you becoming a better person, it's about you becoming the person who can walk side by side with the one God sends. A great relationship is not built on neediness but on wholeness. The Lord is shaping you to be a partner who brings strength, vision, and faith into the union. The one He sends will not complete you. God has already completed you, but they will complement you in a way that makes both of your purposes shine brighter. Sign 5. You feel an unshakable hope rising in your heart. Perhaps the most beautiful sign is this: hope is returning. Where once you doubted love, now you believe again. Where once you guarded your heart with walls of fear, now you are willing to trust God's plan. This hope is not blind, it is the assurance of things unseen, the quiet knowing that God is faithful. You may find yourself smiling for no reason, feeling lighter even when your circumstances haven't fully changed. That's because your spirit senses what your eyes cannot yet see. Love is on the horizon, and it is sent from heaven. Child of God, these 5 signs are not coincidences. They are the whisper of the Lord saying, I am doing a new thing. It springs up now, do you not perceive it? Trust His timing, for He has heard your prayers. The love He is sending will honor Him, protect your heart, and inspire your soul. Hold fast, for the blessing is closer than you think. And when it comes, it will feel like home, not because it is perfect, but because it is God-ordained. Archangel Michael says, Listen carefully, beloved child of the Most High, for the winds of heaven are moving in your life right now, and they are carrying something beautiful toward you. This is not a season of ordinary change, it is a season of divine alignment. The prayers you whispered in the stillness of your room, the tears you cried into your pillow when no one saw, the questions you shouted into the night asking God, when will it be my turn? All of these have been heard in the courts of heaven. And now, the answer is on its way. The Lord has watched you endure seasons where you gave your heart to those who did not value it, where you loved deeply only to be misunderstood, where you remained faithful only to be abandoned. But this time will be different. This time, God Himself is orchestrating the meeting, the timing, and the connection. This time, the love will not be built on the shallow foundations of human desire but on the unshakable rock of His will. I tell you now, signs are beginning to appear around you. They are not random events or coincidences, They are divine fingerprints marking your path. You may already sense them, even if you can't explain them. There is a quiet work happening within you, a gentle mending of places that were once torn apart. You may not even realize how much healing you've undergone until you reflect on how you respond now compared to before. The memories that used to sting now simply rest in the past without controlling you. The bitterness that once poisoned your thoughts has turned into understanding. The ache that kept you guarded has softened into a readiness to receive again. Heaven knows that a wounded heart cannot hold the weight of the blessing it's about to receive. That is why the Lord has been preparing you in the secret place, making sure you are strong enough to love without fear and whole enough to give without losing yourself. And then, without effort, you will notice certain doors closing. Conversations will fade, and people who once had a strong presence in your life will slowly drift away. It may not even happen with conflict, just a quiet separation as the seasons shift. This is not punishment, it is protection. The Father knows that the wrong voices can cloud your hearing, that the wrong influences can pull you away from what He is sending. Each departure is a divine clearing, a removal of what would only stand in the way of what is to come. Do not try to reopen what God has closed, for what is leaving now was never meant to stay for the chapter ahead. In your spirit, there will be a change you can't ignore. You will no longer feel the desperate urge to chase love or prove your worth to anyone. Instead, there will be a steady peace, a calm that rests in knowing that God's timing is perfect. You will find yourself praying differently, not asking God for just anyone, but asking for His will, His choice, His best. Your patience will grow without forcing it, and you will notice your discernment sharpening. This is the Spirit aligning your heart so that when the right one comes, your soul will recognize them instantly, not through emotional rushes alone, but through divine confirmation. You will also see your own life moving forward in ways that feel accelerated. Suddenly, projects, goals, and dreams that were delayed will find momentum. You will feel stronger in your purpose, more focused in your calling, and more confident in who you are. This is God positioning you not to be dependent on someone to make you feel complete, but to already be walking in wholeness so that the love He sends is a complement, not a crutch. A great love is not born from neediness, it is born from two people who are already walking with God, ready to join paths for His glory. And perhaps the most telling change will be the hope rising inside you. You will feel lighter without knowing why. The heaviness that once made you dread the future will lift, replaced by a quiet joy that something good is coming. You may even catch yourself smiling for no reason, your heart strangely expectant. That is because your spirit senses the shift before your eyes can see it. Heaven's plan is unfolding, and love is drawing nearer with each passing day. Child, do not ignore these signs, for they are heaven's whisper to your heart, I am making all things new. The one God sends will not only cherish you but also protect the bond you share. You will not have to beg for their attention, for their heart will already be turned toward you. You will not have to fear their departure, for their love will be anchored in covenant. And when they arrive, the peace of the Lord will surround you like a shield, confirming that this is not the work of chance but the handiwork of God. Wait with expectation, for the promise is near. The night you have endured will soon give way to the morning light. And when it comes, you will see why the delays were necessary, why the healing was essential, and why every closed door was an act of divine mercy. For what is coming is not just love, it is destiny. Archangel Michael says, "Child of the Most High, you must understand something. When God is preparing to bless you with a great relationship, the process is never rushed, but it is always perfect. Heaven is strategic. Every step, every delay, every change in your path is woven into a master plan that only the Almighty could design. The relationship that is coming to you is not just about companionship, it is about purpose, about destiny, about advancing God's kingdom through unity. And because the weight of this blessing is so great, the preparation is deep. I see how you have walked through seasons where loneliness felt like a heavy cloak on your shoulders. You prayed for someone to understand you, to see you beyond the surface, to value your soul rather than just your presence. Many times, the enemy tried to convince you that love would never find you, that your prayers were just drifting into the void unanswered. But child, the truth is, your prayers were being stored in heaven's treasury, and the appointed time for their release is approaching. You have been hidden, not forgotten. God has kept you in a place of protection because what He is sending must meet you in purity, not in brokenness. Even now, heaven is moving in the unseen. The person who will walk into your life may already be being prepared without either of you realizing it. They may be going through their own trials, their own seasons of growth, so that when you meet, you are both ready to give love that mirrors God's love, selfless, patient, enduring. Heaven knows that timing is everything, and when the moment is right, it will feel effortless. There will be no chaos, no confusion, no games, only clarity and peace. But first, God is transforming your inner world. I see Him placing a deeper strength inside you, a maturity that allows you to stand firm even when storms come. Your identity is being rooted so deeply in Him that you will not lose yourself in love, rather, you will find yourself even more. For a relationship built by God will not make you smaller, it will magnify the calling He has placed within you. In the days ahead, you will notice that your standards will quietly rise. You will no longer settle for half-hearted love, for words without action, for affection without commitment. Your spirit will simply reject anything that does not carry the fragrance of God's presence. And this is how you will know when the right one appears, because their life will bear fruit that reflects His heart. You will see kindness in their words, consistency in their actions, humility in their spirit, and a hunger for God that matches your own. The connection will not just be emotional, it will be spiritual. You will find yourself praying together, worshiping together, dreaming together, building together. And the more time you spend with them, the more you will feel heaven's seal of approval over the bond. The love will not pull you away from God, it will push you closer to Him. This is the difference between what the world calls love and what heaven sends. There will also be moments where God confirms His hand on this relationship through divine signs. You may encounter repeated confirmations in Scripture, hear words from others that match what God already told you in secret, or experience situations where everything seems to align in a way no human could arrange. Pay attention to these moments, for they are heaven's way of saying, "Yes, this is from me." But child, do not think for a moment that the blessing is just about romance. No, this is about legacy. The one God is sending will be someone with whom you can fulfill your kingdom assignment. Together, you will be stronger than you could ever be alone. You will inspire others, support each other's callings, and shine as an example of what God-ordained love looks like. And so I tell you, the waiting is almost over. You are stepping into a season where the people who left you will be replaced by someone who will stay. Where the tears you cried in the night will be replaced by laughter in the morning. Where the uncertainty that clouded your heart will be replaced by the steady assurance that you are loved, chosen, and valued beyond measure. The path has not been easy, but every step was necessary. You will soon look back and realize that God's hand was on every detail, closing doors you didn't understand, redirecting you from places you thought were right, healing wounds you didn't even know you had. And when you stand face to face with the one He has chosen for you, you will thank Him for every delay, every redirection, every lonely season. Because then you will see, it was all leading here. Archangel Michael says, "Child of God, lean closer now, for I must tell you what heaven is preparing behind the veil of the unseen. Even in this very moment as you listen to my voice, there are threads of destiny being woven together, threads you cannot yet see but will one day hold in your hands. The Lord has assigned angels to move circumstances, to position people, and to arrange divine encounters so that the one meant for you will not miss their moment of arrival. What is coming to you is not a random meeting, it is a collision of heaven's timing and earth's readiness. The Father has not forgotten the ache in your heart, the deep longing to be truly seen and deeply loved. He has watched as you've endured relationships that drained you rather than filled you, situations where your worth was overlooked, and moments when you were treated as an option rather than a priority. Each tear you shed in those moments was gathered by heaven, it was never wasted. They were seeds in the soil of your future, and now the season of harvest is approaching. I tell you, child, there is a shift happening around you right now. It may feel subtle at first, like the way the air changes before the rain comes, but soon it will be undeniable. Old patterns are breaking. Cycles that kept you trapped in disappointment are coming to an end. You will find yourself saying no to things you once said yes to. This is because the Spirit of God is strengthening your discernment, teaching you how to recognize what is sent by Him and what is sent to distract you. And I see in the days ahead a single moment, that will feel ordinary at first but will change everything. It may be a conversation, a chance encounter, or a connection that begins in the most unexpected way. Yet the peace you feel will be unlike anything you've known before. It will be as if your spirit whispers, "Pay attention, this is different." That moment will be the opening of a door you didn't even realize heaven had been building for you all along. The one who comes will not play with your heart. They will not make you guess their intentions, for their actions will speak with clarity. They will honor you in both public and private. They will not fear commitment because they understand covenant. They will see your calling and not feel threatened by it but will rejoice in it, encouraging you to rise even higher. Together, you will build something strong enough to withstand storms because it will be anchored in faith. I must also tell you, this is why God has been working on you so diligently. Every trial you have endured was shaping you into the person who could receive and keep this blessing. The strength you've gained in waiting will be the strength that sustains the relationship once it arrives. The patience you've learned will become the patience that nurtures love through seasons of change. The forgiveness you've practiced will be the very thing that keeps bitterness out of your union. Do not think, child, that your preparation has been in vain. Even now, your future spouse is also being prepared. They may be going through their own refining season, learning lessons that will make them a better partner for you. And when you meet, it will not feel like two strangers coming together, but two stories that have been written separately yet destined to merge into one. There will be confirmation after confirmation. You may find yourself encountering scriptures that speak directly to your heart. You may hear words in prayer that match what your soul has been longing for. Others may even speak blessings over your love life without knowing the full story, because the Spirit is moving through them to remind you, God's hand is in this. And when it begins, the world around you may not understand it. Some will say it's too fast, too different, too impossible. But you will know, this is not the work of man, it is the work of God. And what God joins together, no one can tear apart. This relationship will not only bless you emotionally but spiritually. It will sharpen your faith, deepen your prayer life, and expand your vision. You will serve God more powerfully together than you ever could apart. This is why the enemy fought you so hard in your past, because he knew that once you joined with the one God chose for you, your light would be unstoppable. So hold your head high, beloved. You are not behind. You are right on time. Every delay was divine protection, every disappointment was div.